my name is Michael Magnussen. I'd like to take you downstairs to look at my game room. As you can see from here on the main level, you can't really see anything before you descend the stairs. As you kind of descend the stairs, you can kind of see some of the stuff that I collect. Game used sports items from Seattle area, a lot of Pacific Northwest beer items. Like to collect a lot of stuff pre-prohibition all the way through like the 1950s. Stuff that I've collected for years and years and years and kind of built this game room around. As you can kind of come down into the lower area, the wine cellar is off to the left. You can see a lot of things that I've collected over the years, signs, game used jerseys, a lot of game used baseball bats from Seattle Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Nelson Cruz, Omar Vizquel, Ricky Henderson, etc. A couple of the pinball machines. The pinball machine to the left-hand side, the Black Knight 2000, was a gift from my father, and he got that for me on my 17th birthday. It's literally the first thing that I have from this room that I still own. Slot machines. Got to have the Dart Star Spectrum. Grew up on that. A lot of bars. Some more of my stuff. More game used jerseys. Ichiro, Alex Rodriguez, Tino Martinez, Edgar Martinez. This is kind of the focus of the room, my bowling alley. This we had installed when we built the house. Like I said, the room was kind of built, the house was built around the room. This isn't something that I retrofitted. This was planned out and built this 20 years ago. Have constantly been adding to it, constantly doing things to upgrade it, make it different, decorate it. Had a lot of the outlets put in the ceiling so I could hang my neon signs. Needless to say, this room uses a ton of energy with the 3-phase power for the bowling alley and all of the neons. More game used jerseys, Marshawn Lynch, Ricky Henderson, Ken Griffey Jr., Russell Wilson, etc. You'll see this is kind of a theme as well. Collect a lot of tap handles, have a couple thousand of them probably from the Pacific Northwest. Started collecting those right around 2000. Kind of go off here to the side. This is part of the game area. A couple of upright video games. The upright video games, I used to have a collection of the older ones. I kind of went to the multi-cades because I figured it was, it uses less space, and I got tired of, them always breaking down. So these are nice. You can put a couple hundred games on them, and they're a lot of fun and real crowd pleasers when people are over here. Little cocktail table, something that we did a lot of when we were younger, played that just constantly. Air hockey. Got the poker set up, obviously. Big poker players. And billiards. It's kind of the sitting area room. When I built this house, it was a projector system. So what I'd like to do is put, something that doesn't require a projector in, waiting to find something the right size that fits there. And more of my collectibles. Not only have some of my beer stuff and everything, but the 3 Super Bowls that I've gone to, go Seahawks, 40, 48, and 49. This is kind of what I had built the room around right here. It is a 1890s Brunswick bar. and it used to be in Pioneer Square, Seattle. After that, it was in a bar that was in Bellevue, in Lake Bellevue. When that business went out of business, we were kind of looking around for some things that we could add to the house, and I found this in an antique store, and they wanted a lot of money for it at the time. After sitting on it for several months, I was able to go in and pick it up for a really good price. It is all original, but I had to do a lot of interior cabinet work. Obviously, after all of the years of liquid damage and everything else, a lot of the insides of the shelves needed to be redone. But it came out really nice, and the beauty of these antique bars is you can't really duplicate them. They kind of have their own touches to them and their own feel to them that you just can't duplicate with newer construction cabinetry. But as you can see, I've got a lot of my beer items set up here, a lot of motion signs, etc. A couple of televisions. The ceiling in this room, I really wanted to do a tin ceiling. I've never found the right one yet, but I feel it would really go nicely with the bar. So I'm kind of in the process of trying to get something like that set up now. But I think that would really complete the space. As you can see, I've got like these tap handle displays, and they're kind of a walnut like sphere, and I had all thread put in them, and it was just a way for me to display more of my tap handles. As you can see, I've got just tap handles located everywhere. It was more of just a thing where I was running out of room, and I decided, hey, this would be a great opportunity for me to kind of put a little more interest into the room. And it's definitely been a conversation piece. People see them and they think that they're pretty cool, and they've never seen anything quite like them. People call them the tap handle Sputniks. As you can see, I've got more of my motion signs, beer signs from the Pacific Northwest, bubbling signs, neons, ball tap knobs, back bar chalkware statues, etc. All stuff very, very old, but really cool, and a lot of history to it. Got some more game used jerseys, Randy Johnson, Jerry Rice from his short stint with the Seahawks, Sean Kemp, Supersonics basketball signed world championship team, and then also a couple of the 90s teams, Seahawks team helmet. This is a cool piece right here. It's Steve Largent, the last helmet that he wore as a Seahawk. Presentation football for Marshawn Lynch, Warren Moon Huskies, Russell Wilson presentation football signed. Helmet from the Mariners 2001 team that won 116 games. It's a fun room, as I said, constantly trying to do things to upgrade it, to change it around a little bit. And as you can see, I've decorated pretty much every square inch. I don't like a lot of clutter, not a lot of floor clutter, but as far as overstimulation with signs and things like that, I definitely have got no problem doing that. This is the bathroom. It's kind of doubles as a bath off of the pool as well, but this is the downstairs bath. And as you can see, even in the water closet, I've got tap handles, signs, etc. but it's definitely, when I built the house, I built it around this room. There was never any question what was going to go on down here. So people said, well, I can't believe your wife let you do this. When we did the construction, we knew, that this was going to be happening. And as we did downscales to things on the house where, we were going to change things or maybe not go as aggressive on some other things, every time the room came up, I said, nope, this room is, we planned the house around it. And we've been here now for almost 20 years, and it's been a great space, and we love it. I've had lots of parties here. My kids absolutely love this space. They've spent tons of time down here. We have, obviously in my bar, we have not only, refrigeration system and everything to keep drinks cold and to keep food and everything down here, but I also have a 6-tap kegerator. Usually only have 1 to 2 beers on tap, unless we're having parties. But I've got, down in our utility room down below, we have got a 6 keg kegerator. And then I use glycol cooling units to get the beer up to the tap so they don't come up foamy. So there's no taps or anything, or no coolers under the counter. Everything is from a whole floor down with cooling lines. And it ends up being a pretty good system because it's easy for people who are coming to service it to work on it. It's not a confined, cramped space, and they said that makes it much easier for them. But yeah, we do always have beer on tap, just never at capacity unless it's a really big outdoor party. We never really came up with a name for it. My friends always just said, let's go to Mike's Pub, let's hang out at Mike's Pub. So that's kind of the name that stick. Never got anything real, never did anything super fancy, but it's just kind of the name that everybody recognized it at. And it's been a gathering place for, my friends and family, and everybody seems to really enjoy it. And that's what really brings me joy in the room, is the fact that it is a place that everybody seems to appreciate.